Hello Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, coming to you from the digital studio. It's March 15th, and of course it's Super Tuesday for if you're in the States, and a lot of things going on in the political world this evening. But let's focus on what's going on in the markets right now. What we're looking at is a close-only picture on gold, and as you can see, I pointed this out yesterday and sort of bore fruit today, is here's the divergence we're looking at. Here's the divergence, the RSI going down, and gold prices going up. You can't have that. Doesn't last for long. Eventually there's a break, and of course we're seeing that today. Now the good news is gold is getting very close to this 50 line, which should be support like it was here, and I think you want to really pay close attention to that. So what we're looking for in gold right now is not so much a level where it's going to come down to, but more of where it finds support, which would be the RSI line, and also the daily trade triangle. Right now, if we put the daily trade triangle on, you'll see it's actually negative, indicating you should be on the sideline. So we put that on, you can see it's right there. The monthly is also positive, and the weekly is also positive. So all those things are good, except short-term timing. Short-term traders should be out of the market right now, waiting for a chance to be a buyer of this market. Of course, if you were very aggressive, you could have gone short, but we don't recommend trading against these two trade triangles, the green monthly and the green weekly. So let's move on. Now crude oil is also down today. You can see it's gone through the parabolic for the first time. And that is going to cause some more pressure on the downside. We had a signal yesterday on the 14th at 37.21. The market's currently trading at 36.10, 36.14, somewhere like that. So it's about $1 in that right now. But the major trend we still feel is on the weeklies, which is positive. The monthly is causing a bit of a trading range, but we look for the 50 line again. Look for the 50 line on the RSI. This is the indicator that we're looking at for this market. So the RSI, again, you had a little bit of a divergence there, and I can show you that quite clearly. So there's prices going down and prices going up. So that's a kind of like an early warning signal that things may be not quite so good as they perhaps look just by looking at the chart. So the 50 line is where we expect to be finding support for crude oil, and you can see how it offered resistance all along, so it now should offer support on the pullback. So what we want to watch is the 50 line and the RSI, and also a daily trade triangle turning green. If this turns green, this one right here, then we want to be a buyer. It's that simple. We're looking at the Dow. This is the strongest of the three indexes we track, and we think it's going to have some problems right around here, right around those previous lows. We sort of looked at that yesterday, and we talked about that being a problem area. So right around here is where we see this market having some problems. Again, it's a conflict. You've got the monthly trade triangles, I'll put those on the screen for you, are positive, and the weekly, you have the monthly negative, and you have the weekly and daily positive. So it's a conflict, a trading range, and that's what we're looking for. So don't be surprised. You see you have one down day here, the next day it's up. Very, very choppy, and be alert to that. So we think what's going to happen here is we're going to see this market roll over, something like this, somewhere along the line here, sort of choppy action. And certainly we've given you the levels we're looking at on this market. If we see, for example, the Dow closed today below 16,991, that would be a first indication that we're going to see further correction in this market. It'd have to close below this day right here. So I don't think that's going to necessarily happen, but it possibly could. So it may be Wednesday when that happens. So let's see how that works out. We're looking at the S&P 500. This is another market that is actually the second strongest index after the Dow. And again, that's beginning to look a little bit tired. And again, we were looking at the lows seen back here, and you can see we're right in that zone. Well, this should be resistance. We think this is still a very, very big top that extends all the way back into 2015. And I think that's what we have to look at. So we think this is a bear market rally. We've had the sort of the pivot point, rally point turned up. Look for this market to turn back down. Again, what you want to look at is maybe the parabolic for a very short-term trade. If it goes below the parabolic, then I would suggest maybe taking a short position in this market. But for the time being, it's a conflict. You've got the monthly that's negative, and you've got the weekly that's positive. So you've got this trading range that's taking place right now. So be careful, but maybe tomorrow is going to be a more interesting day. But the key level we're looking for in this market is 1,994. If we close below that level, I think we'll see this market having a lot more problems. So let's see how that plays out. We're looking at the NASDAQ index. This is by far and away the weakest index of the three that we track. And it seems to me, if you look at this kind of like how I'm looking at it, you'll see it's sort of beginning to roll over, much like we've had this bigger top in 2015, rolling over. The key level we're looking at today in this market is going to be 4,690. If we close below that level, that's going to be an indication that we're starting to see more comfort levels and stronger bear action on the downside, and the bears will get more emboldened. Because nothing's changed. The economy is still not really great. Not great in Europe. It's not particularly great in Asia either. So we don't think it's going to have any chance of going up over, let's say, the 5,200 level. We just don't see that. So be careful. Watch the level we talked about, this level right here. I think we can see this market go down. Let's be patient and watch it very carefully. Sometimes patience is rewarded in trading and investing. Hey, I'm Adam Hewison. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your time. And by all means, make a social commentary on our page. You can ask a question, share some information you have, share some ideas that you might have, some triangles that you may have found that we've missed. So we would appreciate your input, and we would always find it helpful. Thank you so much. Have a great trading day, everyone.